In today's video, we'll be talking about the new release from Mancera Amore Caffe. If you're interested, then just keep watching. My name is Ayesha from simplyayesha.com. Here on YouTube, I make videos about fragrance, beauty, luxury, and lifestyle. If those are things you're interested in, please consider subscribing. And if you are a returning subscriber, hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. So as I said, in today's video, I'll be reviewing the new fragrance from Mancera called Amore Caffe. This video is a part of my Love, Like, or Let Down series. It's been a minute since I've done one of these videos, but in these videos, I give you guys a first impression, and then I wear the fragrance at least 6 times, and then I come back on within the same video and give you guys a full-on review. So you will get my first impression, but you'll also get a full-on review of this fragrance. If you'd like to see other videos like this, I do have an entire playlist, so I will link that for you. And let's go ahead and get into my first impression of Amore Caffe. So before we get into the first impression, let me just quickly say I am not feeling my best today, but I still really wanted to do this part. I really wanted to open this fragrance, so here we are. But if my excitement doesn't seem as much, take that with a grain of salt. Make sure you stay tuned for the actual review. But here we are. Here's the box. Let's open it up. And like all Manceras, they do come in this pouch. And I got it in a small bottle, but that's what it looks like. So the big bottle looks exactly like this, except it's bigger. And to me, this looks like the Tonka-Cola bottle. I think it has the same type of label and everything. Top is magnetic. So we're just gonna go straight to smelling it on the body. I have a little cold. I don't know if that cough was from too much fragrance. It probably was. Or from the fact that I have a cough anyway. But I'm going to leave that in there. I'm not editing it out. So, let's see. Some got in my mouth. It doesn't taste good. But y'all, it smells good. So what I'm getting right now, very first sniff, is like a vanillic coffee scent. So I definitely smell like a warm, toasty vanilla. The coffee in this doesn't smell too strong, but it's definitely present. So it's giving me more of like latte vibes. Yeah, like a vanilla latte. It smells very warm and inviting and perfect for a day where I am not like feeling the best, because I'm filming this and then I'm going to go sit on my couch. I am going to do some stuff on my computer that I need to do, like check emails, but I'm going to do like the bare minimum, sit on my couch and just like relax and see if I take a nap. So anyway, y'all don't care about all that. You're only here for the fragrance. But so far, first sniff, this is a love for me. So like I said, make sure you stay tuned for the rest of this video so you can get the full rundown of this fragrance. So I've now worn this fragrance 6 times and I'm ready to share my thoughts on it. So when I first spray this fragrance, I immediately get the coffee. And the coffee in this is not deep and strong. It doesn't smell like black coffee, but it's definitely present. Along with the coffee, I get something very creamy, almost milky, a vanilla type scent, and a little bit of nuttiness. So the description that comes to mind when I think about this fragrance is a warm latte that is sweet with whipped cream and a nutty topping. Now y'all know I love my coffee. I love my lattes. That is like it for me. So this fragrance conjures up those warm type memories for me. I will say that if you do not like coffee, you still may enjoy this, because in my opinion, the coffee, although it's present, it's not a strong, offensive type coffee. It definitely goes more of that latte route as opposed to the coffee route. At the dry down, I feel like this fragrance smells the same. So it stays pretty linear throughout the life of the fragrance. Now this is a sweet fragrance, but it's also warm and cozy, and I actually feel like it's pretty unisex. I don't really personally think it leans one way or the other. However, for men that don't like sweet scents, you may not like this, but honestly, I feel like it sits perfectly unisex. Definitely does not lean masculine. Now, when it comes to projection and longevity, Mancera fragrances are kind of known to be beast mode fragrances, meaning they project a lot and they last a long time. And I have to say, this one is different. This does not project a lot. It does last a long time on the skin and on the clothes, but it does not project a lot. This is definitely like a personal scent bubble type scent. I wouldn't go as far as to say it's a skin scent, but I would say it definitely sits close to the skin. Now, I personally didn't get any compliments on this, and I think it's just because people weren't smelling on me. And I'm telling you, I sprayed. So if you can see my bottle, you see my dent? I've been wearing this. I've been spraying, right? I spray. I also, because I didn't get any compliments, and I'm like, oh, maybe it's just, you know, people are busy running around for Christmas. Maybe they're not in the mood to compliment, because I was out and about and I didn't get any compliments, and I didn't get any from my husband or my children. So I tested these on my kids. I sprayed both my kids on their clothes. My daughter, I sprayed a little bit on her arms, but not on my son, just because his skin is sensitive. But I let them just do their thing. I didn't spray a ton on them, but I sprayed enough that as they were running around and playing, I was hoping I was going to be able to smell it on them. And I really couldn't smell it until like I gave him a hug. So it does sit pretty close. I also asked my husband a few times if he could smell it on me, just like normal sitting situation, and he couldn't smell it on me. However, when I held up my hand after spraying it to my kids, both of them liked it. And both of them said it smelled really good. So this does not project very much, but it does last a good long time. I would say that I'm able to get probably at least 8 to 10 hours out of this, but it really turns into a skin scent, like a full-on skin scent, probably around the 6-hour mark. So although it lasts and I can detect it on my skin by doing one of these, it's not beast. So I found that I was wanting to reapply it after about 4 hours of wear, just because I like to be able to smell my fragrances a little bit more, but without having to constantly be sniffing myself. Now, this is a cozy scent and it's warm and inviting. So I find that the best time to wear this would be cool to cold weather. However, it is not super heavy, and because it doesn't project a ton, you probably could get away with wearing this year round. I don't find it so sweet and sugary that it would be cloying in the heat. I mean, I wouldn't wear this out in the summer just because that's not really the vibe for me. But if you live in a warmer climate like I do and you want to get like those cold weather vibes without doing something super heavy, then something like this may work for you. As far as where I would wear it to, again, I find this to be a cozy scent. So I'm thinking like bedtime, I'm thinking in the house, I'm thinking running errands. I am not thinking date night. Unless it's a date night at home, like watching a movie or something like that. But I am not wearing this out when I'm getting super dressed up. This is more just like a me scent that just smells really good. So, is this fragrance unique? I think it's kind of unique. Is it the most unique fragrance I've ever smelled? No, but it is kind of unique. So for this comparisons part of the video, I really like to do this part because I feel like it's very helpful. So I do have 2 fragrances that I'm going to compare Amore Caffe to. The first one is going to be a popular one that I know a lot of you all have smelled. So when I kind of realized the similarities between them, I knew I wanted to compare them for you all. So the first fragrance I'm going to compare it to is Bianco Latte. And this is from Giardini di Toscana. So this fragrance is very popular. It is a vanilla scent that has some creaminess to it, like some milkiness to it. Also has a tiny bit of spice to it. And when I smelled Amore Caffe, I was kind of reminded of Bianco Latte. And although Bianco Latte does not have a coffee note in it, there is some sort of like spices hanging out in the background that gives me like a coffee vibe, but it doesn't give me coffee. So are these the same? Absolutely not. But I do feel like they kind of sit like in the same category. This one definitely has a more prominent coffee note, but the vanilla and the milkiness kind of also remind me of Bianco Latte. I will say they differ in projection because to me, Bianco Latte projects quite a bit, but I feel like both of them last a long time. Bianco Latte is definitely a vanilla forward scent. This one is more like coffee, vanilla, nuttiness, milkiness type scent. So they are different, and they are different enough to have both, but I do feel like they kind of sit in the same family. Now, the other one that I really thought about when I smell Amore Caffe is this one. Now, this is from Comptoir Sud Pacifique, and this is Vanilla Latte. So I've had this fragrance for a while. It's not one that I speak about often, but it is one that I reach for every now and again. And I definitely reached for it more when my fragrance collection was smaller. But now that I have so many fragrances, you know, it's hard for me to reach for things over and over. So Vanilla Latte definitely smells like a vanilla latte. So very similar to Amore Caffe. I will say that Amore Caffe does smell warmer. It smells more full, and smelling them side by side, it does smell more high quality than Vanille Caffe. However, in the air, I feel like these are gonna pretty much smell the same. I find them to be quite similar, but sniffing them side by side, that's where I really get the differences. But even as I was testing Amore Caffe out, I waited until the last day to smell it side by side with Vanille Caffe. And when I was just testing this out, it really reminded me of Vanille Caffe. Both are warm, both are cozy, both kind of smell like coffee, vanilla, milky. They're both good. So it's really just preference. Like I said, side by side, the Amore Caffe definitely does smell a bit more refined, but they smell very, very similar. So I think if you have one, you probably wouldn't need the other. All right, let's talk about price. So currently, I live in the United States, and currently this is not readily available in the United States. So I had to order this from a site in Europe. I believe it came from Berlin. I will leave the site where I purchased it down below. It is a reputable site. And looking at their website, the 60 ml bottle, which is the size that I have, retails for $107. The larger bottle, which is 120 mls, retails for $163 US dollars. Now, that could be different when it actually comes to the United States. I believe the regular price of the Mancera fragrances for the 120 ml bottle, I believe is normally $180. I could be wrong. But yeah, it'll be somewhere around that. But as of right now, that's all the information I can give you because it's not really readily available in the United States. All right, so we are at that point in the video where it's time for me to let you guys know if this fragrance is a love, a like, or a letdown. So this is the time where you're supposed to pause the video, go into the comment section, and leave your guess. Do you think this fragrance is a love, a like, or a letdown for me? Okay, I think I gave you enough time. This fragrance is dun 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 dun, a love. Yay, a love for me. Now let me explain this. It is a love for me because I just really love the smell of this. I really love the smell of this. This is a love only for me. Is this the best performing fragrance? No. Would I recommend it to somebody that needs a beast mode, long lasting, everybody smell me fragrance? No. Would I recommend it for somebody who has a ton of gourmand fragrances and you're looking for something different? Maybe. I really think it's gonna be quite personal for you. For me, it's a love. However, I do feel like this has some shortcomings, and I do hope that as my fragrance sits, maybe the performance will get better. But I will say, if you like these type of fragrances, it's definitely worth trying to get a sample and smelling this, because I can definitely see myself wearing this like all winter long. To me, this would be such an easy reach. And although I have Vanille Caffe, I probably didn't necessarily need Amore Caffe. But like I said, I was super curious about this from the time I saw promo images for it. So that's been probably at least like 3 or 4 months. And so I probably don't need to keep both of them, but I'm just gonna tell you, I am keeping both of them. But I definitely don't need these two. But for some reason, I just can't get enough of the way this smells. I have been thoroughly enjoying wearing this. It's been cooler. it's been kind of like gloomy looking outside, and this has just been feeling so cozy and comforting to me. So although this is love for me, make sure you take my full review into consideration, because I don't want y'all to get this and be disappointed, because this is not like a 10 out of 10 fragrance, but I happen to love it, and I'm okay with respraying it because I have so many fragrances. I hardly ever use up a bottle, but this is probably not the best value for money for those of you who really need to smell your fragrances all day. I'm hoping that makes sense. Anyway, if you guys have tried Amore Caffe, let me know what you think of it. Do you love it? Was it not worth the hype? Did you get better performance than me? Because maybe it's just my skin, but I've been spraying my clothes too, and you can see I've been using it. So I don't want y'all saying, Ayesha, you only sprayed 3 sprays. No. I've been spraying. I've been going ham on the sprays, and yeah. Anyway, let me know what you think of this if you've tried it. Is this something that's on your wish list? Will you keep an eye out for it when it's readily available in the US? Let us know all that in the comments down below. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel. I upload videos every Sunday, Wednesday, and Friday, so I have tons of content that you can check out in your free time. Also, check out my website. It's www.simplyayesha.com. Get on my email list over there. I'm hoping to do more with that website in the upcoming year. Also, if you want to connect me more, follow me on Instagram. I'm typically in my stories almost every day, and I love to chat with y'all in my DMs. Also, I got a TikTok. Follow me on TikTok. All these links are in the description box as always, along with the link to this fragrance. And if by the time I post this, if this fragrance is readily available in the US, I will definitely link that in the description box as well. So make sure you check out that description box. I hope you all enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.